on the Baltimore Ravens.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And now it gets real, because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye, but this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
Still 9 remaining on second down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this.
Really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got
accepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Certainly not his best throw. The
extra speed on the field. Guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
An inside give. Here's Portis. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, But just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dixon complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here, and Cooks has it over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, Charles, you look at this offense, they're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Dixon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Snowhawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 74 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Here's Young. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Dixon. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Portland football here ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Harris.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He finds his man complete. That's Dixon.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Dixon.
2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice, so he'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on first down.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out to say, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Young on the carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. On the ground, they go with Young, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Young, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second and 5. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Dixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Out of the gun now on third down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Jackson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Dixon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. And it's a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 9, Jackson completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. From the gun, Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his left.
Complete to Likely.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that addition.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A pass there over the middle to start things out.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. A little short pass. This is Everett.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 12-point game.
The Ravens offense back out there.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
But if these guys are going to chomp into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now he'll escape and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 39, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Young. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Young.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 3rd down, Young. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jackson steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson finding Hardman here over the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Christian Harris. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They hand it off to Portis.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, here's Portis. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 28. On 3rd down, it's Young. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And now here come the Ravens.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had 7.
And now here is another interception.
Garrett Stingley picks it.
And the return will stop right around the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.